like that's better. Gives you better hearing. Waiting for it to. There we go. It's connected. Excellent. 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 Let's see. I know it's last minute. I set this up to go live because I had no idea what time I would be back from our medicine sacred lodge this morning. It was this morning, and then one of our aunties asked my husband to bury her dog. So we went and did that. So be more notice going forward for this. My name is Marty Forrest. I am empath, light worker. All the labels? You can think of all the labels. Empath, light worker, ancient one, healer. I don't know. Blu-ray. I can't remember all the labels. You know, Lyran. We have Lyran, Syrian. That's some of my star seeds. We have lots and lots of cats, so that's where the Lyran comes in. Yeah, at the moment we have many. I'll just leave it there. Many. Yeah. Okay, my friend Felicia yesterday said, "Hey, let's do this thing for 10 days. This Galactic Portal 10-day portal activation." And that sounds like a great idea. And then I went, "When do we start?" "Tomorrow." Awesome. So here I am. I'm here. I'm showing up. I'm trusting that divine guidance will lead the way and it will be exactly what it needs to be. And I know I listened to hers. She set up the layout, the foundation for this. And so I get to carry on and talk about, she mentioned the shadow. And I know collectively there's a lot of shadow energy coming to the surface for people. Whether they're aware of it or not, I have not a clue. Many are not. Those that are people like us who are highly sensitive, who are good morning, good afternoon, it's evening, almost evening here, who are aware of what's happening, not only to ourselves, because whatever's happening for us is happening collectively. So a lot of our gauge is taking a look at what's happening for me and then taking a look at the collective. And what I do for me, I do for the collective. It's not our job anymore to go out and transmute for anyone else. It's our role today to take care of ourselves first and foremost. When we do that, that's how we help the collective. Hi everyone. I'm very excited that you're all here. It's day one. So if you haven't seen Felicia, it's Felicia B Soul Light. And I cannot remember, there's a number after that. So she's laid the foundation for this 10-day portal activation. And she's got 3 of us. So it's me and her. And then another woman who is doing sound healing. So I'm the second one, and I'm going to pulling up her information. Let me go here. I'm on my computer too, so I can see things. Right? Yeah. All right, so I'm going to be talking about what I'm diving into is this shadow. Yes, it's collective. It's for us. We don't have to search for it. It's going to be revealed. It's always going to come to the surface. I don't know about any of y'all. I did a lot of, let me go find it. Let me manufacture it. Let me figure it out. I don't have to do any of that. None of us have to do any of that. It is going to be revealed and it is going to show up for us. All right. Felicia B Soul Light. B, letter B, SOULIGHT 379. She did a video a couple of hours ago. So once you're done here, you can go back and check out her video if you have not seen it yet, because she laid the foundation for all of this. It looks like she's live now. So it's getting, let's see, what is it called? Let me go to lives. She called it the same thing. Galactic 10-Day Wave starts today, is what her name is. That's the title of her video. So we're collaborating to do this together. She's talking specifically about the galactic calendar, talks about our kin, what day it is. I have a calendar. It's her zone of genius. Mine is, let's talk about feelings, let's talk about the shadow, let's talk about the empath, the highly sensitive. That's right, that's right. So, all right, so paying attention to what's showing up for you. That's it. It's really that simple. What is showing up for you? What's the thing on repeat that goes on in your brain? What happens? Hey, hi, Brad. I don't think you have either, because I don't hardly ever wear it up. But I was at Lodge this morning, and so it's here. so my day is good. Yes. So there's my distraction, right? Okay. We're talking about the shadow. Just listen to what goes on in your head. Listen to the things that you don't want to look at and you don't want to deal with. What's happening? What's showing up? We don't have to search. We don't have to go, I just did manufacture and go search for it. I don't have to do any of that. It's going to be revealed by what's going on in here. How are you judging the world? Where's your focus? What are the things that trigger you? What are the things that happen in your childhood that you have not dealt with? Those are the places to look. And be mindful and be aware. And when they show up, what do you do with them? Unpack it. Where did it start? When was the first time that you can remember? And it could be some random memory that you have no idea why that affects you today. It doesn't matter. The memory, if that's the memory that's being revealed, that's the memory you go with. And then you take a look at, okay, what was the impact? What was the trauma? What happened then? That creates a whole thread that we've acted and reacted in our whole life. People don't want to look. We don't want to look. It's too painful. I don't want to remember those things. Well, then you probably don't belong here. Just saying. If you're not interested in taking a look, you'll just keep doing the same things. Get the same results. And it's layer by layer by layer. We've been doing this a long time. It's layers. Everything's in layers. I think sometimes I'm like, how am I here again? How come I'm repeating this all over again? Why am I doing this again? Here it is showing up again. I'm triggered again. Whatever. It's a layer. It's the spiral. We're going up the spiral. We're collecting our tools as we go, and we're going up the spiral, getting deeper layers and deeper truths about that thing or things that happened. Always when we're young. They've all happened when we're young or lifetimes ago. I have a friend who's got a lot of paranoia demons, and they're not from this life. Been carrying them a long time. They've just started to show up in this life. So if someone is not willing to deal with their stuff, I can't help them. You can't help them. If I'm not willing to deal, nobody can help me. I'm going to find reasons to not deal with it. We're pretty amazing people. We've come a long way. We've done a lot of stuff. And yet, we still have things showing up. And with all the energy that's been moving and pushing, moving us up the spiral, it is coming up in the big, big ways. We have to clear the old to allow for the new. How are y'all doing with this energy? This energy has been intense. It's been shifting and transforming us. all day long, every day. It's not letting up. So how are you dealing with it? I have this deck. I was told earlier it was backwards. This is the inner child deck. So we'll start there. We're just going to start with the inner child and see what comes up for us here. I have a deck called the Blind Spot. Oh my gosh, kicks my butt every time I use it. I think I'm doing so good, and then I look at what's my blind spot? Like, what's the thing I'm not really sure is even there that I haven't seen yet? What is that? And I pull a card, and it's always accurate. I may not see the correlation right away, but yes, it's a and look at the difference. This deck, thick deck. All right, you are worthy. Interesting. It was something that Felicia said at the end of her video. You are worth it all, my love. That's the card. This is a, you are worthy. There's a thread that runs through most of us, most of our lives. My resistance to this opening is leading to acute friction in every aspect of my life. 100%. I have a hair or something. You know, you're either going to, what's meant for you is going to come. It's going to be for you. It's going to show up for you. When we resist, and sometimes we don't even realize it, sometimes we do know. But when we're resisting, we just slow down the process. What would happen if you just surrender? I say it like it's a big light thing. It's not. What would happen if you surrendered? Here's a question for you to journal. Who are you without the story? Who are you without the resistance? Who are you without the unworthy? You gotta unpack this stuff, or it just continues to show up as resistance. And it will affect every part. I might die. Is that really true? I get it. I totally get it. Because in all our other lifetimes, when we hit this point in our journey, we died. We're at this pinnacle, tipping point of our journey. With the energies pushing, rising, raising our own vibration, it's a lot for our body to handle. And we get afraid. And we want to hold on what's familiar. Because, oh my God, what's going to happen if I don't have what I know? What happens if you just let go of what you know and ride the wave? Might be rejected. I might be successful. I might. Unknown scares the shit out of me. Well, of course. How many of us are afraid of the unknown? Most of us are. The truth. Here's the truth about life is it's all unknown. The only thing that keeps it the same is we keep spinning it the same way. But every single day is unknown. Do you know if you're going to live through the day? Do you know what's going to happen all day long? We don't. What if none of that's true? I'm pointing at my screen because I'm reading it. And I might be rejected. Successful. Might be. I might. The unknown. What if you are successful? You must unpack this stuff. Those fears, they're fear. Because somebody said to us once upon a time that you'll never amount to nothing. I don't even know if that's true, but I'm just making something up here. Somewhere we got the message that we're not good enough and we'll never be enough and we'll never be successful. It's all bullshit. It's all their story. That's all their crap. But over the years, we own it. It becomes my voice in my head. It's no longer theirs. I've owned it as if it's mine. This is the generational ancestral stuff that we've been clearing. So this is that pinnacle point, the tipping point. It's all culminating here for us to clear lifetimes. That's why it's so intense. It's lifetimes. Lifetimes of stuff. Do you hear me? Lifetimes. We're tipping. We died in every other lifetime when we hit this point. We couldn't rise any further. People were terrified of us. We were the healers. We were the witches or the wizards or whatever people called us. Or maybe we were in the big cataclysmic thing that happened. And we perished. Stop yelling at me. I love you. Not yelling at you. I was told someone early, yes, it was yesterday. Whatever you're saying in your questions or your comments, it's for everybody. It's not personal. I promise you, it's for everyone. We all need to hear this. So you are worthy. This card is huge. You are worthy. But as children, we were taught, it might not have been said to us, but in some interpretation, we made it mean that. I was never good enough. I could never get it right. I could never do the right thing. I could never measure up. No matter what I did, I was never enough. The things that were picked out were the things that weren't done. I could have done 500 things, and the one thing I didn't do was picked out. No acknowledgement of all the things I had done. Ever. There are very few. If there are any, there are very few of those. So no matter how much I keep doing, I know, but I have been absent. I'm just making up lost. I know. I'm so happy for that. You didn't want to hear it. That's why. I know, and here's this random odd time that I come on at the last minute, and here you are. So I'm happy to see you. So a lot of this things that we've been programmed with as children, that's where our shadow is. We don't want to look at it. We don't want to feel it. We don't want to revisit. But if we don't, it will continue to haunt us. It will continue to plague us. Go find my video from yesterday. We're talking about, you were the one that suggested manifestation. So I talked about that. So, here you are, for me live, to help me along the way, because I really didn't know exactly how it was going to go. I have the secret language of light, transmissions from your soul. We do it until we don't, and we do it until we know different. The same patterns, the same things, the same habits. We just do. That's human nature. Inward revolution. So it's all up to us to go inward and take a look. And to give back. Gosh, okay. Feeling the energy move. Whew. Give back what was never ours to begin with. Doing a binding spell yesterday at the wedding. I love it, love it. So it's up to us. It's up to us, and it's time to give it back. Return to sender. Whatever they've given you, whatever they've said to you, give it back to them. Does that mean it's right away done and we're moving on? Yes, it does that. And there's still stuff we're unlearning and undoing. because this is lifetimes of patterning and programming. It doesn't end. It's not a one and done. It's never been that for me. Maybe for someone else it is. It's never ever been that for me. There's not been a one and done. I wish I could tell you it was. And I had the magic key. It's one and done. Let's just do one and done. Wouldn't that be great? And we all have this stuff. There's nobody that does not have this stuff. Some people think I've dealt with it all. Really? Then why are you such an asshole today? I don't have room for those people in my life. If you've done it all and you're not willing to talk or look at anything else, there's no conversation to be had. There's just not. Because they're not willing to change or grow. So if you have people in your life oh, this is just how I am. Okay, great. See you later. I don't have room in my life anymore. I'm kind of an asshole every day. Well, some people, the world needs assholes. Sometimes you're the one that points out the truth for someone that's not willing to look, and, So you're going to notice that today as we're moving through the all the energies is people are leaving like instantly. Instantly. I pulled a couple cards out of this deck. It's called Healing Waters, Rebecca Campbell. I have lots of decks. I just go pick the ones that are singing to me. Someone I've known for years, and I was in California to see my mom. They were going to come to me, and then one reason after another, and I just said, I'm just done. Done begging to have a friendship that's not. It takes a lot of work. If it's not easy, I'm not interested anymore. It flows. Doesn't mean there won't be bumps in the road, but if it's not flowing, I'm just not interested in participating. I don't want to work hard to make my relationships work. I've done that not my whole life. I haven't done that in a long time, but for a lot of my life, I worked hard to try to make something work that was never going to work. So if you're working hard to make something work, examine it. Is it really worth the time that it takes to try to make it work? Now, if you're growing through things, that's a different story. That means you're both growing. But if I'm trying to make this relationship work because I'm desperate to be loved, or I'm desperate to have a partner, it just doesn't work. It's not going to work. There's no way to make it work. All right. I have the Isle of Avalon, healing, returning to wholeness, transformation. Avalon is a magical place. If you know anything about it, in your meditation, go there and ask what you need. What do you require for healing? And what do you require to heal the things of your childhood? You're not going to get it all at once, but what do you require right now to clear that resistance? What will help you the most to move forward? Who are you as a successful person? We have some thought that just came in there. So our nervous systems are wired for drama, trauma, and chaos. Resistance. It's what we know. It's what's familiar. It's what's comfortable. Even if we don't like it, it's comfortable. And our nervous system is wired for that. That's what's normal to us. Until it's not. Until you rewire the nervous system. Create safety for yourself. So if it was never safe to be successful or to take risks, or to do things that were new and adventurous, if it was never safe to do that, your nervous system will want to keep you right where you're at. Because that, even though it doesn't, it feels safe. It's the illusion, right? It's that illusion of safety. That's why we must unpack it. take a look at it. There's all kinds of ways to do it. All right, follow the stream is the second one. Two came out together. Dedication, trust, future rivers and oceans. What are the waters about? So healing waters, this whole deck. So what are the waters about? It's all about emotion, healing, healing waters. Right? Well, let's see here. Let me go back. Okay, honestly, after doing that wedding, I'm really missing that companionship and that sort of love and intimacy. And vulnerability has become my shadow that has not been integrated. 100%. I know this about you. What are you bringing to the table? Somebody asked me that long ago about relationships. What are you bringing to the table? What are you offering for a relationship? Who are you that you're offering? Because it's you. It's all you are being offered for the relationship. Vulnerability was never safe. Never safe growing up. Not ever. Man, you get vulnerable and you're just squished. That was me. That was me too. So we have to get vulnerable with ourselves first. Just letting that land. Ooh, I feel that. Ooh, right here. How do we get really honest with ourselves and get really vulnerable? And how do we love ourselves? If I can't love me, I can't love you. People say, give away what you need to have. There's a place of, if I can't, I will only let you love me as much as I love me. That's as far as I'll let you in. It's about learning how to love ourselves. That first card, you are worthy. But if we feel unworthy, we'll only let someone love us as much as we love ourselves. We'll only let them in as far as we let ourselves in. Deal with you first, and the relationship will come. Not because you're searching for it, but because you're doing your own internal healing and getting real and honest and vulnerable with yourself about what you truly want to have in your life. Follow the stream. Dedication, trust, future rivers and oceans. So we're all about emotions, trusting yourself, and dedicating to you. That's all you got. Dedicate to you. Your commitment to evolving and growing. I know it, I'm like, it seems in our culture, it's, you know, the men don't cry, all that kind of bullshit that people have spoken for how many generations. But when you're in the divine feminine and divine masculine, it's a balance. There's a balance in there. It's not just one or the other, but when we get out of balance, usually only the one is leading. And the divine feminine is all about receiving your ideas, receiving your inspiration, receiving love, receiving money. So I love that. I love that that wedding opened that up for you. Okay, so this deck, it's completely foreign. So number 38, which equals 11, which is a doorway. I know it's backwards, but I'm going to read it to you because I don't know what that is. I don't know what the symbols are. I have to look every one of them up. So let's see. What does it look like to you? What does it look like? get the glare? Okay, I got the glare off of it. Good. Reactivity. If you have drawn this sigil, you are currently emotionally reacting instead of responding, and you are not seeing why you are reacting in the way that you are. Just confirming and validating all that I've been talking about, because I can't make it up. As people, we only react when we feel deeply threatened. The reality is that you feel unsafe and at risk in this scenario in some way. When we feel threatened, our survival mechanism takes over. Our capacity to objectively view or understand the situation at hand. These mechanisms make us act immediately. We react in order to avoid, postpone, or nullify the threat of loss. Like a gunshot shooting off a bullet, we act so quickly that we make serious mistakes which we can't take back and may spend a long time paying for. If you have drawn the sigil, the threat in the circumstances in which you find yourself is not as imminent or as big as you think it is. It may not even be there at all, but the idea of that threat is causing you to think, say, and do things that are making the problems much bigger than it was to begin with. And the more reactive you get, the more the potential for a solution will diminish. Mic drop. You know, it's, and we all do this. There's no one of us that doesn't, unless you have been taught from a very, very young age how to be emotionally mature to respond in life. Most of us were not. I'm checking myself. Is most too many? No, I think the majority of us have not. When we're reacting and not responding, it's always out of fear. When we're judging, when we get angry, anything that's not, so there's only two. I look hard here. There's only two really. Love and fear. And you can put category under each one of those. People will say there's more, there are lots of gray areas, but the two primary emotions or feelings that we have are fear, based in fear, or based in love. So if we're reacting in life, it's always out of fear. Now, some people will say there's a healthy fear. If a bear is chasing me, yes, I'm going to be afraid and I'm going to run my ass off. True statement, right? But if I'm simply reacting, I had somebody, he asked how I was doing. It was a text. I said, hey, I was just, I've been emotional, and he was like, what's going on? I shared with him. He's like, I hear that. It seems to keep showing up for you. Well, I reread it the next day, and it was like not a big deal, but in the moment, I felt poked at. And I had a reaction, and I didn't even respond to him. I'm like, I just can't even respond to him right now because I'm having this reaction. And then when I reread it, I'm like, it's really? He's not trying to cause me harm. He's acknowledging, I hear that. It's a pattern for you. That's it. But I had a reaction. Minor. I know now to do nothing about it when I have those instant reactions. Because I will cause harm. Whether it's with my words or my energy. Who are you being successful? Things to journal about. If you don't write, I journal all the time because that's where I get a lot of the truths that come through. I can't lie when I'm writing. It's a visceral thing. Connects you to your it's a visceral from the pen, using the pen and the or pencil, whatever you write with, to the nervous system. Create safety. But who are you when you're vulnerable? Who are you when you're successful? Who are you without the fear? Who are you without the resistance? who's the person that shows up. Take any one of those and unpack it. Sit with, when did this begin? Fear of the unknown. Let's just take that one. That's a fear for most of us. When did that begin? I was hyper vigilant in my home. I never knew who was coming through the door. So I needed to be on guard. And it's taken a lot of time and effort and unlearning and reprogramming to create safety for myself, so that I don't have to live on guard my whole life and be in survival my whole life, the whole rest of my life. It doesn't have to be hard. We get afraid of reliving or refeeling those things. It doesn't have to be that. And remember, when we're doing when you're doing your personal journey inside, this is for the collective. This is to help everyone shift their vibration. It's not just about me. Not just about you. Although when we're doing it, it feels that way. But that's how, as we raise in our vibration and we peel another layer, we're helping the collective. It's not up to us as highly sensitive or empaths to transmute. It never was, but it was what we did. It's very innate and very natural to us. It's also very exhausting. So the energy that's rising, the solar flares, all the stuff that's been coming in, the portal that is opening and supporting us to take a look and let it be easy. And be gentle with yourself as you move through this. Queen of complication. So, yeah. Kept me in conflict and comfortable, even though I said I didn't like it. Questions. What are your questions? Anybody have questions? Or just say hello. Who's here? I'm going to pull another card out of this one as I wrap it up. That'll be our guide for the next, till tomorrow when I come back in here. I'll put it in the earlier. This is not usually the time of day that I come in live, but it worked. So here I am. Authentic truth. Can you see the portal? It looks like an eye or a heart, a star. It's getting really authentically truthful with yourself. Sometimes it helps us to take a look at someone else. It could be someone that you admire what they have or who they are. We cannot see anything if we do not possess it ourselves. And we're typically looking for the crap that doesn't feel good. Look for someone that you admire, that you aspire to be more like, maybe. They have attributes and characteristics that you appreciate. Because that's part of you. That's also your reflection. You want to see where you're at emotionally in your reaction. What are you judging? It's all me. It's all you. Whatever I'm judging about me. Whatever I appreciate, I can appreciate about me. Makes it a little softer. And I go, oh, and I'm looking at someone judging them. Oh, how am I that? How can I be more of the thing I do appreciate and I love about them? If you know someone that's really knows how to be vulnerable and create intimacy in their relationships, ask them. Because there's things that I didn't know how to do it. I grew up in a very critical home. And when I was learning how to be someone's cheerleader, I was like, I can't do the rah-rah thing, but I can acknowledge them. But it was vulnerable. Oh my gosh, I felt like I was just like taking my heart and going, here's my whole heart. Just to acknowledge them. To give them a compliment, because I never got those. Super uncomfortable. Super, super uncomfortable. But I learned how to do that. And I asked for help. Because all I knew was criticism. So I didn't even know how to flip that around and have it be something different. So if you don't know that, ask. Ask someone that does it. How do you do that? How can I shift from what's automatically a negative thing to be a positive or an acknowledgement? How can I shift that? We weren't taught, we don't know. Can't tell you how to drive a car if I haven't never driven a car. Do some journaling. Ask yourself those questions. What's the thing I'm avoiding? What's the thing I don't want to look at and get really honest about with myself? What's that thing? Just the thing for today. It's the layers, right? You're going to peel the layers. So what's that thing for just today? All right. Thanks for being here. I'll put a notice in earlier in the morning tomorrow to tell you when I'll be back in here live. It's 10 days we're going to do this. 10 days of this portal work. Go back and watch my friend Felicia. I'll put the link in the comments when I get off of here. I think I can do that. YouTube's a whole new game for me, so I think I can do that. And then also the sound bath, which is Donna. I can't remember the name of hers right now, so I'll put that on my page so you can find it. All right, lovelies. Have a beautiful rest of your whatever it is. Evening. Somebody said good morning, said morning wherever they were. So, all right, so take good care. See you here tomorrow.